day everyone. So today I want to share with you a short little video about a practice that you can do to help you with stiff neck. Because I've been massaging people again lately and pretty much everybody says they have a stiff neck. So I want to give you a tool that you can use to help you alleviate your stiffness. I've learned this from my yoga teacher in Germany. His name is Ronald Steiner and he is great. And so this practice I find really useful. So I will show you. You start by, of course, paying attention to your posture, sitting upright. And let's actually start with breathing deeply. If you feel some restriction in your breath, you can do a couple of deep inhales into the nose and out of the mouth, breathing with your diaphragm, so feeling the muscle that's between the ribs and the inner organs, like the soft, the belly. And then continuing to breathe deeply through the nose, and you really want to breathe in a way that your belly as well as your chest rise and fall. So really having a full breath. Also like considering that the lung is situated in the back, it's a three-dimensional organ, so we can breathe into all these spaces. We breathe down, we breathe into the sides, we breathe into the upper back, and we breathe into the chest. Why is this useful and important? Because good breathing is half the rent, we say in German, like half the solution. So now we continue to breathe deeply. Interlock the fingers and place them on the back of the head. Sit upright. And now build pressure by pushing your head into the hands and the hands into the head. Continue to breathe deeply. And so you want to be looking straight. You want to pay attention that your head is straight, not like this, not like that, but straight. And I also invite you to keep your eyes rested. If you want to make a little experiment, you can move your eyes around the room and maybe you actually feel how that is having an impact on your neck muscles. So now I talked enough. We want to stay here usually for about 5 breaths, maybe 6. With the next exhale, you slowly release the tension and then tilt your chin towards the chest, keeping the hands in the back, and then pulling the elbows together in front of your forehead. So now you are making a nicely round back. Especially upper back in the neck. Of course, only go as far as you can. If you can't reach your elbows together, don't worry. The importance is that you feel something, that you feel like you are stretching here, okay? And you can now direct the breath even a little bit more into the upper back. With the inhale, breathing into the upper back. With the exhale, squeezing the air more out of the front body, so to help this rounding posture. Let's take one more deep inhale and an exhale. With the exhale, slowly release the hands and bring the head back to neutral. Now we do the same thing on the sides. So let's all take the right hand and make an L shape with that hand. Then you place that hand on the side of your head, thumb underneath the ear, the other 4 fingers in front of the ear. The elbow points out in a 90-degree angle. The head looks straight. I think I'm screaming a bit too much. So again, creating pressure by pushing head and hand into each other. So now you should feel those side muscles activating. Again, Look straight, don't look like this or like that. Look straight, and that right arm points out at a 90-degree angle. Sit upright and breathe fully. And relax your gaze as well. If you want to do the experiment, look around and you may feel that it is actually impacting those muscles. I don't like the feeling when I look around. I actually feel that it creates tension. So again, we stay here for about 5 breaths. And then I like to use the opposite hand, so it's the left hand. We release gently here. Taking this left hand and then grabbing over the head, this right side of the face, and gently pulling the head to the left side. The right arm hangs heavy. The gaze is soft. Here again, if we look around, we can actually feel it, or maybe not everybody, but I have heard people report that they can feel the impact of eye movement in the neck. Breathe deeply. Remember this 3-dimensionality of your lung. And breathe into it. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing that right arm long. One more deep inhale. With the exhale, slowly release the hand. If you need support, guide your head back to center. Maybe you already feel it quite strongly now. So now we use that left hand in an L shape again, placing it here onto the side, creating that pressure again. Elbow points straight out, head is straight, posture is upright, and breath. Relax your jaw, keep the face and the jaw soft. And I like to stay in each little posture for like five breaths is a pretty nice guideline. Then with the next exhale, after taking a full deep inhale, exhale gently, release. And the opposite hand grabs over the head, grabs that side face and pulls. Gently, of course. Really listen to the body instead of trying to get to some kind of imaginary goal of flexibility or stretching. I invite you to really listen to what is available and working with that, cooperating and collaborating with the body. Relaxing the gaze, deepening the breath. If an exhale wants to come out of the mouth, you can totally allow that. I find it helps the body to release. You can even make a sound with the exhale. Let's take one more deep inhale, and with the exhale, slowly release and bring back to neutral. Now you possibly feel quite strong change in your neck and shoulder area. So I invite you to just gently move your head intuitively, whatever feels right. You can also incorporate shoulder circles here. So really pulling the shoulders up and rolling them back. Relaxing the jaw and breathing. And then what I also like to do, and what I find really useful for the stiffness around the neck and shoulders, and you know it usually goes all the way into the jaw. What you can do, you can of course like massage more punctually, but you can do that, you know that probably. What you might not know is that you can also pull the skin. And of course do this as feels appropriate for you, but I find this a really nice relief. Now I'm going all over my face. but I learned this technique that apparently it is actually quite nice for the fascia, you know, for the more like subtle tissue in the body, and you can really explore where you can go with this. So here underneath the ear, on the side of the neck, this can feel quite intense for some people, especially here, you know, but there are so many nerves, so much information that's flowing through this part of the body, like really through any part of the body. But I guess here is really where a lot flows or also gets stuck, as we spend a lot of time thinking, sitting in front of the computer, and like maybe sometimes doing our heads in, trying to solve problems or something. So you're really pulling here the tissue very gently. Maybe you can only pull a very, very small bit, but as long as you feel that it's a slight pulling movement, that's fine. And I also invite you to really only pull as much as you can really bear the discomfort. If you start tensing your head or your breath because it hurts, then you're doing too much, I like to say, because, you know, we want to achieve relaxation, right? So we don't want to push so deep into the pain that we're tensing. We want to only go as far into the pain as we can still feel a sense of relaxation and openness. So I'm continuing this even all the way back here. This feels really nice, actually. I can just keep going. Yeah, so this is what you can also do as like a finishing off of this little practice. What I want to say, why we do this strengthening, like this putting like tension first, is because it, like, I remember from my teacher how he explained it, if the muscle or if the fibers are tense, it doesn't necessarily help to just pull them. You know, if you have a knot and you pull it on both sides, it tends to even get tighter. So what we do by putting tension into it, we actually increase blood flow and activation of the muscle. So there's actually rather a sense of aliveness coming in. And when we release, then it can open, the arteries open more, and this kind of stuff. I'm not deeply enough knowledgeable about anatomy at this point in my life, but I hope this makes a little bit of sense what I shared. So yes, let me know if this helps you. Please try it out, and I wish you a gorgeous day. Speak to you next time.